Good Sunday morning. Matt Ray sitting in, KGO Radio 810. We're taking your calls at 415-808-0810. 80-8810 is the number. A Utah high school says we learned our lesson after altering yearbook photos. They only altered the yearbook photos of girls. Our guest right now is Colleen Rickenbacher. Colleen is an author, speaker, trainer on etiquette issues. The website is crspeaks.com. We go to her whenever there are etiquette problems in society. Good morning, Colleen.
Good morning. How are you doing, Matt?
I'm well. Thanks for joining us. As always, we appreciate it. Talk about what happened with this yearbook and what the school claims. The school claims it learned its lesson, but did it?
Well, we're hoping, and from all the results from it, it seems like they've been doing this for quite a few years, not just this most recent one. And what seems to happen is they kind of targeted just a certain audience in their school. They didn't, just some certain girls, not all of them, and not any of the guys. So they just kind of randomly picked different people throughout the school. So I think that's what the problem was. I think if it was going to be good for one, they had to take all of them. And, some of the problems that came out of it, first thing is most schools do have dress codes. So I think if they want to enforce it, then everybody has to live by the dress code, which I think is a great idea. And so I think that's where the first problem came in. Have a dress code, but make everybody live by it.
But was it only girls that violated the alleged dress code?
From what they're saying, they only picked on the girls. They weren't even saying if any of the boys violated the dress code, which I'm sure some of them did, but you're not going to see it maybe if their pants are hanging a little low.
Sure.
So you're not going to see that in there. But facial hair, is that part of the dress code? Earrings, is that part of it? Did any of the boys have tattoos? And if so, did they cover those up? But it just seems like they went over these few girls, and those are the ones that they made cover their shoulders, cover their tattoos, and if their blouses or their tops were too low, they put in camisoles and covered that up.
The district,
but again, just randomly.
Yeah, the district says there's no question all students were advised that photos may be edited if the student's dress did not follow the dress code. So the district says, look, they knew if they didn't follow it, they were going to be edited. But one parent is seeking legal action. They've hired an attorney. So I would imagine that there's something else here.
Exactly, because in the one caption that they had, that they said they put a sign near where the photos were going to be taken. So where the legal action could be, was that sign just posted when they were walking in to get their photo taken? Because one of the students said, I've worn this blouse before to school numerous times. I've never been reprimanded. And so, there you go with it. If she was going to be reprimanded for the day of the picture, then should have been telling the kids, this is our dress code, this is what you have to wear, and then for the day, even the week of the pictures, they should have been saying, this is our dress code, make sure that your shoulders are covered, and just reinforce whatever the dress code is for everybody in the school, for the boys, the girls, whatever it may be. And then the school has every right to say, you cannot take your picture today because you did not abide by what the dress code is. And then, yes, the school has every right because that is the dress code.
Sure.
And it is preparing them to go out after school, to go, on to work and to whatever it may be. But if randomly they picked certain people in that particular day, then no, the school cannot do that. Or they could have given the kids an option, because they can't get all the whole school taken unless the school is very tiny. But normally it takes a couple of days to do pictures. They could have had a chance to do a redo or pull them out of the yearbook if that's their choice, if they'd rather not be in the yearbook as opposed to be Photoshopped in the yearbook looking totally different.
We're talking to Colleen Rickenbacher. She's an etiquette expert. The website is crspeaks.com. That Utah school says it learned its lessons after altering yearbook photos of girls. What lessons did the school learn?
Well, I think it changed someone's look without telling them that they were going to change their look. And so you have to look at it both ways. The school would have a right if they properly did display or have the students sign the dress code, or if all of a sudden, or if they did everybody in the whole school by saying, everybody that had a sleeveless top, we're going to Photoshop this all in, or if everybody that their tops were too low, we're going to do a camisole for everybody. And again, also with the boys, if they, the hair length or, whatever their dress code is, but they have to do them all, not randomly pick whichever ones they want.
Jezebel argued about this, and Jezebel, Rebecca Rose of Jezebel, she noted singling out the girls is especially problematic. And before I read that, I thought the same thing. What do I care if I see a girl's shoulder? I mean,
Yeah,
what
exactly.
does that matter to me? And when you're talking about girls, you're talking about body image, and we
Yeah.
talk about it all the time here. We talk about body image all the time. It's my worst fear that my daughters grow up and they worry about their body image. I mean, that's like my worst fear. What do I care if I see a girl's shoulder?
Right, exactly. And that's exactly what you're saying. And the school is, I mean, I'm afraid it's going to have repercussions for quite a while because a lot of the parents are going to say, you covered my daughter because you think maybe she doesn't look pretty, she doesn't do this, she doesn't do that, but yet you did this, you didn't do it to this other person. It's just, I mean, it's just a chain reaction that's going to continue to go. And so that's, if they are going to come back now with a dress code for their school, then they have to enforce it the whole way with pictures. I am such a person that I think if you're going to say that this is what you have to wear, then show a diagram, show an image, show something, and be very, very clear. And my other thing is have the students sign it. Take it home, let the parents see it, and sign it. It's what people do at work. And if
Yeah.
you're going to do that, but most schools do have a dress code. The length of the skirt, if the girl's going to do that, depending on your temperature, weather, wherever you're located, they are allowed to wear shorts or leggings or whatever it is. Be very clear, or you're going to have a massive amount of issues with dress codes.
415-808-0810 is the number. 808810 is the number. Who's in the wrong here, the school or the girls who allegedly knew that they were violating the dress code? And I say allegedly because they covered up more than a couple. Our guest is Colleen Rickenbacher. She's an etiquette expert. The website is crspeaks.com. Colleen, we appreciate your time as always. Thank you very much.
Always my pleasure. Take care, Matt.
We'll talk to you again. Matt Ray sitting in, KGO Radio 810. It's 11:45. KGO, the place to turn for traffic on the fives. Let's toss it over to the KGO traffic desk. Jane St. John standing by.